Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to an excited Wrestling Days as we take a look at some of the potential surprise appearances for the 2019 Royal Rumble. Now, I am not interested right now in NXT UK, NXT, people coming back from injury. I just want to talk about legends. I just want to talk about people we don't see week in, week out. People that are, loved by the WWE Universe. There might be a couple on here that aren't. But yeah, those surprise moments. We've seen people like Hornswoggle, the Hurricane, Diesel. The list goes on. The Boogeyman. The list goes on as to great surprise appearances that we have had in recent years. Of course, Rey Mysterio, which, was such a big moment. It actually led to him getting re-signed. I'm not sure they would have re-signed him if it wasn't for the reaction that he got at last year's Royal Rumble. So I think we can expect something, right? So let's start, shall we? Because I've got 20 legends written down of people that could be in the 2019 Royal Rumble. I'm going to start with this man, Mark Henry. We last saw Mark Henry at the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't think he's been on TV since, but he has retired. He's not someone that we see on a regular basis. He is much loved by the WWE Universe. He would be a fun person to have in this match. Next, the great Khali. Someone else that was at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Such an impressive person. I mean, he's 7'1". He's much loved in India, especially. Not the greatest wrestler, but always fun to have in a Royal Rumble. Next one, this is a real long shot. I will hold my hands up to that. CM Punk. I even hate myself for just saying it and including it in the video, because it is such a long shot that it's a bit pointless being here. But my thinking is that it's been a little while now since the whole court case. AEW has now arrived. There's no way that Vince wants CM Punk going to AEW. No way. I don't know if he could stop it. I don't know if he could offer CM Punk anything. Would anything bring CM Punk back to WWE? Probably not. But if he gave him a Brock deal and said, look, you just need to appear 4 or 5 times a year, we're going to give you crazy money, you can have a championship reign, you can have the main event of WrestleMania. I don't know what it would take, but there's no way Vince McMahon would want to see CM Punk go to AEW. Next, we've got Razor Ramon. Right, another long shot. He's not been in great health, although I am told he's doing very well at the moment. Obviously, he got a lot of help from Diamond Dallas Page. He's sticking to that DDP yoga, and apparently he's in quite good shape. He's in quite good health. Could he do a little Royal Rumble appearance? I honestly don't know, but I feel like he would be someone that would get a great reaction. And I'm sure I even read that he has never actually appeared in the Royal Rumble. Let that sink in for a sec. Not as Razor Ramon, not as Scott Hall. Now, I would have to double check that. That was just a little fact that I saw on the internet, and we all know how the internet lies. But that really, really surprised me. Next up, number 5 on my list, Sid. Now, Sid has main evented WrestleManias, and I can tell you, he was active as of 2017. I'm not aware of his health declining since then. And he's not been seen in WWE, I believe, since 2012. So you are going back quite a few years. Sid would be an amazing appearance. No one is predicting Sid to be in the Royal Rumble. Next up, Jerry the King Lawler. Again, this is a real long shot because he has had health problems. But saying that, he still competes. He still wrestles. The problem is, I don't know if WWE would clear him, but we saw him on Raw just the other day. He's signed a new 2-year contract with WWE. He's apparently going to call the action at the Royal Rumble. We've all seen them moments where they stand up at the commentary table because it turns out they're in the Rumble. We could get that surprise. Next up, this one I think is very likely. I'm not saying it's going to definitely happen, but I could definitely see it happening. Kane. Kane, of course, was last seen at Crown Jewel in a losing effort with his brother against DX. And if Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, then Kane is Mr. Royal Rumble. I believe he's had more Rumble appearances than anyone else. He did have the record for the most eliminations in a single Rumble. That was beaten by Roman Reigns a few years ago. But he is such a big superstar. And certainly when it comes to the Royal Rumble, as I said, he is Mr. Royal Rumble. That it wouldn't surprise me if Kane made an appearance. Next up, JBL. He is a former world champion, but there were obviously rumours and stories about, you know, bullying, backstage incidents, things like that. I don't think the WWE Universe would be that pleased to see him, unfortunately. But who knows? It's been a little while now since all of that. And yeah, we've not seen him. I can visualise his music hitting and him coming down to do a little Royal Rumble moment. Maybe not this year, but I could see it happening one day. So yeah, I mean, he's still under contract. He's only 52. That's not that old, and his health is absolutely fine. So again, it's in the realms of possibility. Next, we've got Jake the Snake Roberts. This is a long shot, but he wants a Royal Rumble appearance. He's asked for it for quite a few years now. They did give him an old school Raw appearance, but I think you're going back about 5 years now. I think it was like 2014. And he's in decent shape. He seemed in really good health when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast not long ago. He could be in good enough shape to do a Royal Rumble spot. He still does the DDP yoga and all of that, for example. He doesn't need to take any massive bumps. Honestly, if I'm being honest, this is the legend I look for every single year. I know he wants it. I know he would love to be in the Rumble. I just don't know if they would ever medically clear him to actually compete. But that's why no one's talking about some of these names, is you just don't know if they would medically clear them. But if they did, what a moment. Imagine Jake the Snake Roberts coming down at the Royal Rumble. Right, next, Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock is actually returning to wrestling for an indie show called Ultimate Bar Brawl in Georgia. He's returning at the end of January, so he's got to be in good shape. He's got to be in decent health. If WWE assessed him, thought that he was all right, there's nothing stopping them putting him into the Royal Rumble. Ken Shamrock isn't someone that we've seen for a while. He would be a very interesting choice because obviously he's got such a strong history with UFC. He's an absolute legend. So I think that would be really cool. Someone else that would be really cool, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett went into the WWE Hall of Fame last year. He's actually been competing in AAA. He's still wrestling. I'm not sure what his contract's like with AAA. I'm pretty sure WWE could work something out. So a little Double J Jeff Jarrett appearance at the Royal Rumble shouldn't be ruled out. Next up, we've got Gobbledygooker. Now, Gobbledygooker has appeared in like the Gimmick Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17. And what's good about Gobbledygooker is anyone, literally anyone could be in that costume. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, they could just put that on anyone and have Gobbledygooker come out. Next up, I've got Hulk Hogan. Now, I will be the first to admit I don't know Hogan's current health situation, but I know he's back in good favour with WWE. We saw him at Crown Jewel. He's been on Raw. He got a good reaction on Raw. I could hear his music hitting and him coming down for a little Royal Rumble moment. It would be a massive moment as well. Hulk Hogan in a Royal Rumble in 2019. There's going to be people out there that still wouldn't want to see that, and I totally appreciate that. But I'm just saying, he's under contract, and it could happen. Again, though, depending on health. Next up, we've got The Rock, who we know is in great shape. And they've teased The Rock versus Triple H at WrestleMania quite a few times. That won't happen because Triple H is injured at the moment. They've also teased Rock versus Roman. We know that won't happen as well. But that's not to say they still couldn't find something for him at WrestleMania. And there's every chance that he's in the Royal Rumble. Again, don't know how likely, don't know what his filming commitments are like, but he's a possibility. Next up, Goldberg, who apparently is in talks with AEW. WWE could give him a run here just to try and prevent that, just to try and derail those talks. Obviously, we saw him a few years ago, so we know he's in good shape. Rob Van Dam is next, still active, you know, not seen in WWE for a while. He would get a nice reaction. Next, I've got Shawn Michaels. We saw him at Crown Jewel. He's actually from Arizona, where the Royal Rumble is being held. There's a lot of rumors we're going to get Michaels versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Don't write this one off. This one really, really could happen. I don't care that Shawn's saying he's not going to wrestle again. I don't believe his last match is going to be that Crown Jewel match. His last match will surely be at WrestleMania. This one could be very likely. Next, Batista. Batista was at SmackDown 1000 teasing a match against Triple H. Everyone wants a match with Triple H, but no one can at the moment because he's out injured. But maybe they've got something else planned for the Animal. So maybe Batista could still make an appearance at the Royal Rumble. Next, I've got The Undertaker. This one's been rumoured by quite a few people. A lot of people think that his last match will be at this coming WrestleMania. So maybe a Royal Rumble appearance is on the cards. And the final legend. This one I'm really excited about. Sting. Sting. He's under contract. And he's also admitted he's holding off surgery because he wants one last match. I don't know if he'll be medically cleared, but they could definitely clear him for a Rumble spot, a Rumble moment. Like, you don't even need to do anything. Someone can just place you on the outside and you get accidentally knocked off. As long as you can fall from the ring to the outside, then you're all good. So that could happen. Oh, he was in a commercial for WWE 2K19 as well recently. I know he's under contract. Maybe I'm just getting excited and carried away, but I love Sting, and I hate how his WWE run ended. I'm desperate for him to get one more match, a match that he actually wins. So those are my 20 legends that could appear at Royal Rumble 2019. Some of them are long shots, I've admitted that. But let's not rule them out. WWE are sure to have some surprises up their sleeves. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.